Hey booze, hey, do your blankets feel like super glue in the morning? Well sis, it's time to shake them off. Welcome to Wake Up Happy Sis, the show that jumpstarts your day with a bang. We're strolling down these self-care streets as we navigate the maze of wellness and healing. We're helping you live happy, healed, and whole. And we do it all with a hearty dose of belly laughs for good measure. Stay tuned and get ready to wake up happy, sis. All right, welcome. Hey, booze, hey. Let me put my glasses on so y'all can see how jazzy my lenses are today. You see my frames. They're so cute. Let's go ahead and get this day started. Hey, booze, hey, it's your girl, Leanne Dulce. I am the CEO and your chief self-love officer, if my lips work today, over at Wake Up Happy Sis. I am super hyped and welcome you to today's episode of the Wake Up Happy Sis show. We're broadcasting live on KCCR Cityscape Radio, where we're changing the narrative for our people because we're always telling our stories our way. Now, are you listening? Today, we're celebrating the unstoppable power of professional partnerships. We'll be exploring what it takes to find your professional soulmate, build that unbreakable bond, and create a business that lights up the world. Okay, so I've got some stories. Sharonda will be here. I'm hoping that the CEO of Cityscape Radio, Paulette, can jump in and talk to you about that because we got stories. And you know, we like to laugh here, so we're going to make you laugh. We've got strategies to help you work, to help it work, to make sure that you get through the stresses and trials and tribulations, because all partners will have those, and the solidarity that you will feel being seen and supported. So whether you're rocking it solo or looking for that perfect professional or business partner, and you're ready to start that powerhouse pairing, this episode is for you. So get ready to take notes, take action so that you can take over the world together. And as always, grab your favorite mug of whatever. I don't judge. Fill it with something warm and cozy and loving, and let's get ready to wake up happy, sis. So good morning, Tanya. I see you. You back in action. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's a little harder when you on that West Coast because it's a little early over there. But we appreciate and love all of our West Coasters. I'm going to say hey to my people on Instagram. Hey over here to my TikTok fam. Want to thank y'all for joining. And as always, this is a drop-in show. So if you would like to drop in and you've got something to share, head on over to that link at the bottom, wuhs.in/join the live, and you can come on and chat with us. But as always, keep it respectful, okay? Keep it respectful, because if you don't, you can get the boot, because we don't do that over here. Good morning, Sharonda.
Good morning, Leanne.
How are you today? How was your weekend?
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Trying to see what I got in the mail concerning a jury selection.
We don't like those.
And it's gonna be on the same day that we get together for in Alpharetta. So I'm like, hey, got a conflict. You're gonna have to reschedule me.
But I got business. I ain't even gonna be in town, please.
I got tickets. More importantly,
paid. Yeah. You're gonna be there. So today we're talking about professional partnerships, kind of like ours that we have here. Wake Up Happy Sis show. So I felt like we could give the people, okay. I felt like we can give you guys a little bit of our insights into why our partnership works and how you can find that ideal partnership for yourself. So while Sharonda's doing that, I'm just going to talk a little bit about kind of the power of professional partnerships, right? Because I want to explore why dynamic duels are really the secret sauce to thriving as a Black woman in business, right? So I feel like when two, oh, she's coming, like when two powerhouses really come together and bring their complementary talents and skills, magic has to happen, right? Think Oprah and Gail, Venus and Serena, and these are just female couples. We're not just limiting it to sisterhood. You know, your partnerships, people may want to talk crap, Jay-Z and Beyonce, right? You think about the power couples or power friendships, power duos that you've seen, right? They each brought something unique and special to the table. And that's the same thing here with Sharonda and I. I'm more of the one that's going to bring you all the tips, and I've got all the techniques and the stats. Sharonda always comes with real life experience, right? Now I have real life experience too, but I want us to have balance on the show. So we switch off with those things, right? But she also brings the comedy relief. We both, I think, bring that a little bit. She brings it more though. And then you also have the fact that we just bring our true and authentic selves to you every week, right? But you want to find a partner who excels where you struggle or who can help you fill in the gaps and create that well rounded partnership. Okay. Now think about that, right? You want to find that partner who excels where you're struggling or who can help you fill in the gaps so that we have well-rounded partnership. I think Sharonda and I do that very well. Like I said, I got the stats and the tips and all that. Sharonda brings a lot of world experience, especially being in the military. You know, they go through a lot in the military. Okay. No, we're not being triggered today. Today is a happy day. But she also brings comedy relief, right? She gonna have a joke. We're gonna have a good time. We gonna let me clack it right because I hate that. Let me clack it. We gonna clack when it's a good clackable moment. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
When a word was spoken, we're gonna say that we have really good chemistry together, and we bring our own unique and authentic selves every day to this partnership, right?
Mm-hmm. It's the y'all, if y'all didn't know, I actually started off as a guest 4 seasons ago that never left. I just came on, made myself at home, and just never left. This is just an extension of my home. That's how we do and stuff.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Because what I normally tell people at the end of each show is, you know what? You're now a part of, and Sharonda can say, I say this every time when we have good guests. And if I don't say it, the guest is not welcome back for whatever reason. But we've never really had that happen. But I normally will say, you are part of the Wake Up Happy Sis family. You are welcome back anytime. Sharonda was like, well, I could just stay. I could come back.
Because I ain't got nothing else to do and stuff, per se.
But I happen to be free at this time, right? But her energy, most times people's energy is going to speak to you before anything else.
Yeah.
Right. And so our flow of conversation on the show was very natural. It was not forced. Everything you see here is dynamic between us. It is no forced anything. There's no fake. I ain't got time for fakeness. Like,
me too old for fake, ma'am.
Baby, look, once you get a certain age, those things go out the window because we won't have time for it. Because if I'm fake now, I got to keep up that fake.
That's energy that we don't have, ma'am.
I got more important things to do. Now,
absolutely.
According to a study by the Kauffman Foundation, startups with co-founders are 30% more likely to succeed than those that were solo founded. So that's telling you, look, Tanya too. Tanya's part of the crew too.
Hey now.
Because Tanya gonna be. Okay? Thank you, and we love you. We love you for supporting us all this time and sticking with us.
Absolutely.
So this is what I would say. If you're trying to find your ideal business partner, okay, professional partner, whatever you want to call it, your business bestie, if you will, I want you to start by making a list. And this is true and honest. You have to be honest with yourself of your strengths and your weaknesses. Now, most people ain't going to go real on those weaknesses. That's where you really have to go. And you want to find a partner who compliments you. If me and Sharonda were both very serious, all speaking all in all the facts and it wouldn't be fun, right? We would not have the same energy because I could say something. Oh, Sharonda's like, well, you just gonna get out my life today.
No, you gon' because she always stay in my life, and she never consults me when she's doing the doggone topics of the shows. It just organically happens. Like, why are you all in my life like that and stuff? That's what we're doing today. Okay, then I just go with it, and then we have a great show.
That's it. And she brings her real life experience. I bring my experiences, plus I bring the tips and the tips. But it's not like I'm just the only one saying tips, because you're getting it from us. You're getting it from the guests that we bring on, right? But having a good partner, you can't look. There's something to be said. One, we always think we have to do everything alone in this world. We think if I let somebody else in on this business, this whatever, this opportunity, this project, I'm not going to make as much money, or I'm not going to have this or that. Look, half of something is more than 100% of nothing.
Just start.
Right?
Just start, and everything else will come. And
start with no one. Go ahead.
Leanne, this is all divine, y'all. I just want to submit to you. Back in the day during the pandemic, I was listening to the J.L podcast with her and her good girlfriends and stuff. And I really was grooving. They look like me. They sound like me. And I was like, I dig them. And then Leanne came up on radar and was like, I'm looking for guests for my show. You don't say. And so the Lord just knew how much fun I was having listening to the J.L. And I kind of haven't listened to the J.L. since I've been on the Leanne show, because we having our own doggone thing and stuff, our own party and stuff. Other Black women lifting up Black women and doing the Black women ishness and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The Black women ishness and stuff.
That's it. And that's important, right? When I started this show, it was really because I wanted to help Black women live happy, healing, and fulfilling lives. That is the mission of Wake Up Happy Sis, right? To help us find our freedom, our authenticity, our true happiness and fulfillment. And so we talk about all manner of everything. Now, I don't always consult Sharonda on the topics, but we came up with the agreement that that's how we like it.
Yeah.
Then Sharonda is very authentic, very true. It's
unrehearsed.
Not scripted. Yeah.
And in the moment, it's everything. And she has me pontificating on things.
Big word.
Should I say it again? Yes,
again? I like big words.
Pontificating. And she pulls these things out of me, and the show is what it is because she never tells me I don't even after she does the doggone light up, I never look at it because I don't want to come from an inauthentic place. Like,
Mhm.
I never wanted to be rehearsed. I never wanted, no. When I see it, is the first time y'all seen it the day that it's happening. So it is totally unscripted. I never told her, oh yeah, we need to talk about this because I got to get something. No. It just so happens that she picked that topic, or Uncle, what would you call him? Uncle Chat, Uncle, what's his name?
Uncle G.
Uncle G, Uncle
We
Jack,
got Uncle
Uncle
G and Uncle
GPT.
C that helps me come up with topics
Yeah,
that are relevant to what's going on in our world,
yeah.
that's going the different kind of um, observances and holidays that we have during our season, but also just based off of what we're going through, right? The things
Mm-hmm.
that we're going through in our lives or in our businesses, or things that I just might see now. Because look, I have been known to switch up a topic mid-season, and
Mm.
because I have a, if I showed you, I got a whole lineup. I'm the one who comes with the plan,
This is
right?
where she lives, y'all. This is her whole love language, is this show, and curating topics that mean something to you guys, that um you don't know. She never knows what I have been through before we started with each other. And it
Yep.
just so happens that today's topic, or whatever day's topic, is like, oh. And she's like a crafted fisherwoman that throws her line out
And
and
I just
see
try to cast
inside
that
my
line, baby.
brain, see what she can come up with to pull out so we can have a great show. It is all organic, promise to God.
We've had laughter. We've had look, baby. We've had so much laughter and so many tears on this show.
That's what this show is made of. My tears. The fuck you mean?
It is. It is. It is.
You see that smile?
It is. It is.
See?
Now
Makes
look,
me cry.
because I cry too. Don't think I'm over here not crying. Because
Yeah, because gangsters do cry. I did learn that
thugs
being a
cry
gangster.
too. Thugs cry too. I had to make that known to people. Thugs
Yeah,
cry too. I shed thug tears.
she
Right?
does, y'all. She does. She does get a little sensitive. Gangsters do get sensitive on this show.
We do. We both love you guys. And that's why we're here. That is why we put and give everything that we have to give you on this show. You're never going
Mm-hmm.
to get, now I come with a plan. I got a full plan for how the show's going to run. It never goes that way. Never. Right? Because we want it to be real and authentic. And I like the conversation to go where it needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's when you guys get the best of us and the most information. That's when the partnership is at its best, when we can just flow and we pick up off of each other, we pick up off our guests, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it gives us one accountability, because I know there's certain things that I have to do to make sure that we're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Sharonda also knows that, hey, if I'm not going to be available, she's going to let me know well in advance. It's not one of those morning of, hey, I got no, right? But it also motivates me because I love this audience. I love working with Sharonda. So I'd be like, look, as long as you know you coming back, we good.
Y'all, she got a tight ass leash on me and stuff. She don't be like, so where you going? What you doing and stuff? Coming back? You coming back? Oh, okay. All right. And
Right.
then she
When
let me
you
go.
coming back? When no, when what day you going? Oh, okay. Like
See, we both have separation anxiety, as you can tell. So, I mean, it's
what is that?
it's just a little bit. See, it's the we have this doggone synergy, like the doggone Wonder Twins, and
Yes.
we feed off of each other's energy and stuff. Or what? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the creative process is definitely a labor of love to bring you the things that matter to you the most and stuff. And I just want you to know, it looks like we're just having a conversation, but this magic doesn't magically happen. So
Yeah. And while we're talking to you, we really just be talking to each other and to ourselves.
yeah, just have to be
Yeah.
on the air and stuff and
These
all these
lessons,
platforms.
these lessons are ones that we take to heart. That sometimes we trying to tell ourselves something because we've been through so many things. And there's still hurt, there's still pain, there's still trauma that we still are navigating too. We don't have all the answers. Now we got a lot because between the two of us, we got over 100 years of experience in this
Gotta
world.
be 104 to be exact.
Amen. About to be 105 because my birthday coming up next month. So, you know, we do have a lot of experience and we want to bring that and share that with you. And I think that's what good partnerships are about, especially when you're in a service-based industry. You have to find a partner who has love for what you do. Thank you for the hearts and the likes over here on TikTok. Mwah. Love y'all. And right. So you have to find somebody who has that same drive and passion for what you guys are trying to build together. Now, I could say, you know, this is my show. This is my show. Sharonda never hears me say that because I say this is our show. Because
don't get it twisted, y'all. She doing the heavy lifting. I'm just her sounding board.
That's
and
okay.
we need to lube the tracks, right? So you need some wetness. So she uses my tears, and so and what she does is
her tears.
Yeah, she does, y'all. She makes me cry.
Look, I don't do it on purpose. It's just, and there's look, because I'm working on season 9. I've already changed up the whole. Me and Sharon were just talking about this. This is the only time we really talk. Like, I won't tell her what the topics are, but I'll tell her what I'm doing. And I was like, so I had season 9 worked out at the beginning of this season. I was like, but I've changed it up because my mood, my energy has shifted. In the
y'all, she is just like that. She could have created the whole of the rest of the damn year, but if she feels some kind of way, she'd rip that shit on out like some bad weave tracks and start all over again.
Look, and I've never had a weave, but I have seen some very bad weave.
You had heard and stuff?
No, I've seen some. Ooh, look, when I first moved to Atlanta, when I first moved to Atlanta, this has nothing to do with partnerships, but everything to do with bad weaves. So listen, okay?
See a tangent. Here we go.
This is when 112, this is when the club 112 was big and popping. Now, for those of you who know about Atlanta 112, around the time when the Olympics was here, was that 96, 2000, 96? You know that 112 was the place to be. It stayed open until like 6 o'clock in the morning. It was blackout in there. So you don't even know when you get outside, it's light outside. You got to go to work. We standing in line. There's a girl standing in line in front of me and I'm wearing this cute blue outfit, but it's 2 sizes too small for her. Okay. She's got a weave ponytail on. The problem is, I'm all for weave ponytails. Wear you a ponytail, but can you align your textures properly? Because you cannot and shan't have natural, unprocessed hair to the ponytail. To the ponytail. Exposed weave tracks. And then the silky, looking like one of them beautiful horse tails, the horseman.
Was she blind or
I don't know. And her
not
friends,
have any mirrors? Did she not have people around her that love her?
That's what I was about to say. I was like, her friends don't like her because I'm not letting my people walk out like that. That's our personal partnership rule. If one person looks wrong, looks bad, something's off, you're going to tell them. Because I'm not going to let you come out because you represent the unit.
That's right.
You represent each other.
That's as bad as having some damn nasty, wet ass toilet paper hanging from your shoe and you walking around all like, yo, shit don't stink, but you got toilet paper on your shoe.
I will tell every woman, every man, because I hate that for myself.
That's right. Okay? Do it to others.
Let's get back to this partnership. Oh, and your birthday's first, Tanya. Okay. On the 21st of this month, I see you.
Yay!
Tanya. You ain't a Cancer, but you almost made it. Not your fault. One
Tell
other thing, one of the other things that I think partnerships really brings you is emotional support and friendship. Okay.
absolutely.
So one of the things that this show has brought Sharonda and I way closer. Like she checks on me, I check on her outside of this show. It's not like I was watching I don't know if you guys, well, I know most people have seen the Shits and Gigs podcast with James and Fuhad.
Mm.
I fucking love them guys because you have not?
No, I've never heard of it.
Oh
Where
my
can
God.
you find it?
I don't see where you have been. I'm going to send you some of their clips. But there was one time that James and Fuhad, they've known each other since college, since uni. They're from London, okay? Or over there, okay? And they were talking, and Fuhad was talking about how he had went out with somebody else, one of their other friends. And James was a little jealous, like, you sure have been spending a lot of time with him. He was like, Fuhad's like, I see you every week. James like, you see me for money, bro. You're only here because you see me for money. Would you see me if it wasn't? Would you, do you miss me outside the show? Or do you come into the show thinking, damn, I got to do this show with James? But it was real. Like, Sharon, do you even care?
Do you have any love for my thug feelings over here?
Right. But you get
having a moment.
You get that emotional support. When we had the show about suicide, and we both have experienced really close friends who have committed suicide, that was needs of support. Me talking about my search for my father, which I got an update on that, by the way. Very emotional. Her being sick, me being sick, we check up on each other because we have fostered an actual real friendship. Oh, you're a cusp baby. You a cusp baby. Technically, Cancer don't start until the 22nd, though, right? Because that's the day it starts. Because that's the day I start celebrating my birthday. I celebrate. Some people be like, I'm going to celebrate my birthday month. Nah, bitch. I celebrate my birthday season. I celebrate my birthday season. So I celebrate the entire Cancer season. Plus, I then do my month so I can get the rest of July. Okay. So I'm going to have a little bit of June and I'm going to have all of July to celebrate the fabulousness that is me.
Well, I mean, you can't fight the facts. It is what it is.
Yeah. And when you're starting a business, right? So it is look, and I want you to talk about this because you two also have another partnership between you and your husband in that business. But starting a business is such an emotional roller coaster. Running a business, you gonna have super high highs when you get them clients, but when there's more month than money, and everything's going wrong, things is blowing up, you're gonna have super lows. And
Girl.
having somebody that can help you kind of navigate that. So can you talk a little bit about that with, building this, business with your husband?
Absolutely. We are definitely a unit, and we decided earlier on. I mean, let's go back even further to before our businesses, to our marriage. This is our 27th year, and you don't get to this year of your marriage without going through some stuff. It's business stuff, it's interrelational stuff, it's child rearing, it's it's so many layers to us and stuff.
That's right.
And so the thing with the businesses, Arif will tell you, the business is actually the real gangster, because the business will reveal who the fuck you really are and who the fuck you really aren't and stuff. Did you hear what I said?
Period.
Girl,
Period.
your business will call your ass to the carpet about some shit that you
Because it don't care if you sick. It
it
don't care if you
doesn't.
don't feel good. It don't care if you on your deathbed. Business still got to run.
The baby still gotta eat, or the beast still gotta eat. You still gotta feed. You need to do something for your business, at least one thing for your business every single day. Think of
Every
your business. Absolutely. We're both mothers, so we have children. Can you imagine not touching your baby, not holding your baby, not feeding your baby, not nurturing and all of the things? A business is just as important as an offspring. Let me tell you, because both of them will run your ass in the ground if you ain't careful and stuff. But
period.
yes, so you need the support of your partner to help you through, because sometimes he can't see, or it's very rare, and I'm gonna thank God for this, that there was this one time that it was just so doggone bad. Like one of our clients tried to cut us out of a deal after we had built it and brokered the deal with the far side and all of the things, and they were trying to cut us out. He was just so, I've never seen his head hanging so doggone low. But the Lord had me as his helpmeet come and talk to him and pray over him and give him the support and the motivation that he needs to be able to get up and get back on that doggone horse. Thank God that was a one-off and a one of one, and the rest of business has been absolutely amazing, because if you're smart, it only take you one time to learn a doggone lesson if you're smart.
Right. Say that again, because that's clack.
Girl, my wrist is not working right. It's fucking RA bitchness. Ugh. Yes, your business will definitely reveal who you really and truly are and stuff.
That's right.
And it's the thing about having a partner in all things is that there's nothing he can't come talk to me about, that we can't pray over, that we can't learn from, and that we cannot come back harder from. Because let me tell you, after that shit, because that shit needed to happen in order to get us to the next level, because this was actually before TSP.
Okay.
So the thing that we learned back in, I think I'm gonna have to talk to my husband about writing a couples book or something like that, because
I could help you with that.
now y'all see, did y'all see what she just did there? A business partner will fill in the blanks for you, will fill in your doggone shortcomings.
That's right.
Did you see? That's the synergy that I was telling you about. We can be talking and jiving, and then she says something, and they're like, okay, well, what about this? Had you thought about that? And she's like, no, I ain't think about that. Exactly. And that's where the magic happens and stuff. And so if you're in a relationship and you have businesses that you're tending to, I want you to know that it works better when you're pushing or pulling in the same direction, instead of pushing and pulling in different directions at the same time. Because if you're doing that, who's there to support the other one?
Yeah. And I also think that you have to early on establish the roles. What role is each person going to fill based off of their strengths? So remember that list I told you to start with of your strengths and your weaknesses? So if Sharonda's better with the money, who's going to be the one that's going to handle accounts receivable and accounts payable? Sharonda, right? That's going to do the budgeting, that's going to do the forecasting. Sharonda, she has a whole other business in that area to help people with that. Side note, just putting it out there.
See, she did it again.
If you need your books, go to bookkeeping. Bookkeeping 101. Let me put
my partner will shout me out. Doggone it.
Bookkeeping for life.com.
There she go.
That's what you do. That's what you do. Right?
Yeah.
But you have to create those roles and establish those roles early on. And then, because I think a lot of times when people getting into partnerships, especially if there's a romantic aspect to that and you're also in business together, They're worried about giving up control or autonomy within that business. So if Arif started the business, and you guys will meet Arif because he's actually coming on our show next. He'll be on the show next Monday talking about fatherhood when we celebrate our fabulous Black fathers and daddies.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. Stay tuned, y'all.
yes, but if you're worried about giving up that control, so let's say Arif started the business
Mhm.
and Sharonda comes in and he's concerned about giving up control or autonomy in that business, right? It's very natural to feel protective of your business baby. We know that, right? But when you get that right partnership, it should feel expansive, not restrictive. You should never come in feeling like, you know what, Sharonda's gonna think she's gonna take over the show, and she's no. When I invited her to stay, it was because I saw that, okay, wow, we can give and share so much more if there's two of us going back and forth, sharing our lives, our experiences, right? I did
Mm-hmm.
not think, you know, I'm gonna have to now it's gonna have to be this, and I gotta put her on all the things. I've put her on all the things because she has earned her place here, because we know our roles, right?
And it
I
just
I
works.
do the planning because that's my thing. It works for us. And then but how we align stuff may not work for everybody else, right? But you have to find what are the things that work for you. Have those conversations about the roles, the responsibilities, and the decision-making process. If Arif is the CEO and she's the COO, let's say, or CFO, she has to report up to him. Now, if they're saying, hey, we're 50-50 in this business, you then have to outline what that decision making and be crystal clear, because I got this came in a word to me last night when I was watching this video about this guy who was having an issue with his one of his baby's mothers. They're no longer together. He usually gets both of his daughters from different mothers for the summer. He gets his kids for the summer. They stay with him the whole summer, and he has them on different breaks.
Mm-hmm.
They have a court ordered parenting plan. And he said something that was so apropos to any partnership. He was like, when things break down, when the relationship, the communication, whatever starts to break down, you have to go back to the foundation. And that foundation is the legal documentation that you have created that outlines the roles, the responsibilities, the decision making process, that outlines all the aspects of that partnership. So when things break down and sometimes you can't hear each other, you've got something to fall back on that says, this is how we make decisions. It ain't going to be your way or my way. It's going to be the business's way, because we took the time to build that foundation strong. That's the same in any relationship, romantic, platonic, business, professional, social. When you have that foundation, because a true partnership is about collaboration, not compromise. Let me say that again, because you may not have heard me. A true partnership is about collaboration, not compromise. If you feel like you are always compromising, clap myself on that. If you feel like you're always compromising and you don't feel empowered to bring your full, authentic self to the table, then you really need to think twice about that partnership. That may not be your real business bestie or your life partner or
Man,
your best friend or your whatever the relationship is.
y'all better listen. She over here kicking the facts, y'all.
Embrace. Now, what do you think is, because you've been married for 27 years, you've had you guys' business for since before you left the military.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think is the secret to you guys' success in both of those? Because one is hard enough just being married to somebody, but married to somebody and also working in a business with them, you guys are together a lot, right? So what do you think was the secret sauce, or like the unexpected benefits that brought to you guys' partnerships? Like what was it? What's the secret?
God first, and um changing, pivoting easily depending
Mm,
on what the market says. Because
yeah.
when we started this iteration of businesses, um, um, this was when we got back into the country back in 2005. So we had left the military in 2005. We went to Panama to live. That's where he's from. So we lived over there for like 2.5 years and just didn't do anything, just chilled
Panama,
hard.
the country.
Yes,
Nice. I just
Central
wanted
America.
I knew that, but I just wanted to clarify that for the
Yeah,
people.
and a lot of people take for granted, they think I'm talking about Panama City, Florida.
Exactly. No.
I'm talking about Central America, Panama,
So he speaks Espanol or Portuguese or what?
Spanish. And so we were
Wait,
in
side
Panama.
note, next time I see a reef, I'm gonna just hit him with un poco español. I don't got it all down yet, but I'm gonna hit him with it, just see what he say. I might
As
hit
you
him with it.
should.
I might hit him with it on the show. Be like, or
I
how
know
do
it's gonna be a quiz.
I'm gonna be like Happy Father's Day in Spanish. You see,
Mm,
don't tell him now. Don't tell him.
I won't tell. I won't tell. I won't tell.
Because I just want to hit him with a couple of Spanish things, just in the middle of just casual conversation. Hey, how
Mhm.
you doing? Hola, mi amigo, or some shit like that.
You are this. Yeah, we definitely go convene this evening about all of the things and stuff to have another male perspective on the show. But and when we were in Panama, we were like, huh. He came to me and was like, hey, I want to start a business. I think we're gonna have to move back to the States. So I think we should. He gave me a choice between Destin, Florida, San Antonio, Texas, and Vegas, Nevada. And so we're like, well, we always loved Texas when we were stationed here back in Killeen back in the day and stuff. So San Antonio is where we always travel to because there's nothing in Killeen.
Close, right?
Yeah, so we had to come here. This guy decided that he wanted to start a pool cleaning company, and he left 2 weeks before us to go and do like an apprenticeship type of a thing.
Okay.
That was supposed to be the training. The training was supposed to be a month. By 2 weeks, he was like, "I got this shit. Let's go." Me and
I
the
don't need nothing else. Thank you kindly.
I
Thank you.
got this, and was getting paid that first damn month. It wasn't hard to learn. We ain't touched a damn pool except the damn swim in before he learned how to clean a damn pool, because that's what the business was. We bought two smaller businesses and combined them to make Max's Pool Cleaning, named after our son. And so he
Oh,
was out there on the truck, and I was at home doing the bookkeeping and liaisoning with the clients, and keeping everybody's accounts and credit cards straight and all of the things and stuff. So that right there was the origin of bookkeeping 101.
look at that.
Because
Look
we were like, well, what if we made that a separate business a couple of
at
years later and stuff? So
yeah.
So in the beginning, in 2008, when we were running the pool cleaning business, he was like, I can't stay on this truck. This is hard. This is back-breaking work. And the real money it can't be in running the pool route and cleaning the
Correct.
actual pools. He discovered that the real money is in
Good.
selling the pool route as a package. This dude was making, when I went back to work, this dude was making my damn annual pay in one damn transaction back in 2008.
Yeah, because think about it. It's logistics.
Yeah.
It's just the same as if you were running a logistics company and you're just selling routes for drivers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the same kind of thing, right?
Yep, exactly. So you're selling the route. Sometimes it came with a physical building, but for the most part, he was selling the route itself. To say, like, you got people that are coming in from overseas, and one of the ways that they can get a foothold in the US is to buy a business. And so we started to shift and to pivot into selling the routes instead of working the routes. I was still in the back office, doing the bookkeeping and all of the things and stuff. And you coined it correctly. He's the COO, I'm the CFO and stuff, doing the bookkeeping and signing of the checks and all of the things and stuff like that. And so then from 2008 on, he's been doing this since about concretely since it's been about 15 years. So the business is his business. I am the helpmate to be able to take stuff off of his plate. Like, for instance, we learned from Oprah Winfrey, you don't let nobody sign your checks but you. Let me say that.
Oprah said that.
Y'all can hear me.
Because they didn't hear you. They didn't hear you.
You don't let anybody sign your checks but you, because that's your money. You never let somebody else sign your doggone checks.
That's right.
And so that's what I've been doing. So it's me on these different platforms paying our contractors and stuff like that. It's him liaisoning with the business and stuff like that. So like Leanne said, you guys define your roles and stay in your lane. I could never do what he well. I could learn, but I don't want to. That's not what I'm here for.
That's
here.
not your zone of genius.
Hmm?
That's not your zone of genius.
That part. That's exactly what we're talking about, you guys. Walk in your realm of genius. Do your affinity. Do the thing that comes naturally to you, not the thing that you stumble and get skull drag into. No, it's the thing that you do simply and wonderfully. Thank you, Tanya.
Yeah.
And you play your strengths, and that's the whole secret sauce to a partnership. You do what you do best, and your partner fills in the rest. Oh, I like that.
Do what you do best, and that you need to write that down. That's a good one.
Hold on for a
Write
second.
that down. Do what you do best, and your partner fills in the rest. And that's true. So if you're looking at it again, that's because they have those clear roles, but they also have that shared responsibility and accountability to themselves, to each other, and to that business, right? They also are, again, have to have trust and transparency. He can't be making moves that Sharonda doesn't know about, because she has to know where the money's coming in and out and how things are getting paid and all of that. She doesn't need to know about all the routes, maybe, or all the intricate details of that stuff. But she has to know enough to be able, if there's a contract that has to go out and she's doing those, she has to know those details. So they have to have conversations, meetings. There has to be trust and transparency. You can't go into business with somebody you can't tell everything about the business.
And
right?
You got to be humble, because this is something that did not exist before. We're creating this. We're creating this as we go along. And so when he's a little bit too harsh around the edges, because his edges are so damn sharp, it's me that comes along. And
he's military crisp.
Yes, he is. Y'all go see for yourself. Like she said, you walk in your zone of genius, and as the helpmate, as his wife, as his CFO, it's my job to come and smooth it out just a little tiny bit, and to take a little bit off of his plate, because he's done it by himself for years before TSP. It took TSP for us to learn that if you take a little tiny bit off of your plate and give it to one of the virtual assistants that are degreed and educated and all of the things, because we're accountants by trade and stuff, and so are they. But it's the extra, it's the icing on the cake that
Yeah,
hones their crafts, and we are refining them so we could fire ourselves and step back and stuff, right? And
exactly.
and be humble. Say, like, if you do something wrong and your partner was like, hey babe, can you check this out, or can you blah blah blah, it is not the time for you to have your doggone whole entire ass on top of your head wearing it like a damn hat, and you just like, well, my shit don't stink. It is not the doggone time, place, or energy for that shit.
That's right.
Just fucking do what the fuck he said, because this is his business. I am the help me. If he needs me to go and take a look at something that I might have fucked up, then that's what I'm going to go do. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. And you have to have those open and honest communication.
Absolutely.
Communication.
And work it out until it's right. And then you move on.
Yes. And have those complementary communication styles. If one of you is bad at communication, then that's something you have to work on.
Why? Are you like in this marriage too? What the fuck? How do you know all of this shit? Because y'all, I'm telling you, she in my back pockets. And it's true what she said and stuff. And it's and it's that simple. It doesn't have to be hard. It's as hard as you make it. Put it like that.
Exactly. And that's the thing, because I think once it started with that mutual respect, love, and appreciation, and having that shared vision and mission, right? When you start with that foundation, whether you guys are romantically involved or not, that's going to be the glue that holds that partnership together through the rough times. Because like Sharonda said, one person has to be the head. One person has to be the head. I'm going to say it again. One person has to be. Yes, Tanya, shared vision. Like Sharon told you, she's like, this is not my company. This is his company, actually. And I'm the helpmate. She saw his vision and came in alignment with his vision. That shared vision. Okay, babe, this is what we're doing. Let's do it. Right? But it has to start from that place of respect, appreciation, and love first.
See, everything is hinging upon effective communication. Like, for instance, when I told him I wanted to go and get my master's, he said, okay, because he knew that I needed a higher level degree in order for me to get promoted within the government where I was working. This man came up and said, I got our son, I got laundry, I got this. You go in there and study. We gonna do this. We rocked that bitch until the wheels fell off. That program about nearly killed me. It was 18 months. I did it in 14 months because this was a definite contact sport. I had my doggone 8-year-old talking about something. Yeah, mommy, you can't come outside in the pool and play because you got a 30-page paper to write.
Well, tell my business.
He wasn't lying.
Little boy.
He wasn't lying.
I'm going in to do my paper. Did you do your homework?
Remember, we had that conversation. We talked about that a week ago. And the boy was up on his grades. And he was. I didn't have to like what he had to say, but
right. But what you gonna say when he's like, "Yes, I got my homework done. I got my
mommy, we waiting on you. You can't come outside to play right now. You have to go inside and write your paper." And
that's when you're talking right.
Yes, and it's only a moment in time. I worked my ass off to get that bitch done in 14 months. I about nearly died in the process, but I had the support that I needed. I had all of the things, all of the tools that I needed to be able to succeed and to graduate with honors and not have to take money off of my, take money out of my house to pay for college loans. I kept the doggone advisor's feet to the fire. It was like, I'm graduating and I'm not taking out any loans. So y'all better do what the hell y'all gonna do, because I'm not going into debt to get this doggone degree. And when you get a little bit indignant, and people are like, okay, well, she said what she said. That doggone advisor came back from talking to the doggone dean or whoever in the hell. She's like, well, she has been making A's and B's the whole doggone program, and it's either we charge her $6,500 or we give her a third class so she can graduate early. And guess which one happened? Remember, I just said I'm not giving you no money out of my pocket. So y'all are going to have to figure out how the hell this is going to happen. And that's what they came up with, was giving me that extra class that last semester, and I graduated early.
Boom. But that's the power of partnership, right?
See,
having
here
that,
we go again.
having that spouse that says, I got you while you're doing this, right? Even with the business over here, even with having a young child, I got you.
And the ailing mother. Don't forget about his mom was staying with us during that time too.
Right. But I got you so you can do the things that you need to do in your career. Because that not only helps her there, it's also going to help in this business too. Right?
We're strategic
about the things. But in the last couple of minutes, I want to talk about the negative side of partnerships, because I think it's important that we touch on that. Right? Mm-hmm. So one of the things, what would you say is, what do you do if you feel like you have a partner who isn't pulling their weight?
I go to the source. I go to not them, the person. I go to God, because I don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in, but I sure can tell my daddy who does have a heaven or hell to put people in.
Okay. For me, I definitely have to pray about my approach and ask for divine discernment in how to approach it. But you then have to look at, is this a one-time thing that happened? Because everybody makes a mistake. Mm-hmm. Everybody may have other things going on in their head or whatever, especially if you're not married and you don't always know the inner workings of their life, right? But if it's a recurring pattern, is it you kind of have to think on a couple of different levels. One, is there something else going on in their life that could be impacting their work? Get your perspective right so you know which direction to go, because you have to have a conversation with them. And this is where that effective communication is going to be super important.
Foot stump, effective communication. Effective communication. It doesn't just come from a spouse. It comes from the people that love you and support you. You don't have to be married to somebody for them to support you and for them to be all about you. So thank y'all for not trying to come for me, because all support don't come from your spouse.
Period. You guys have to have support when you're in a partnership. And you need to start asking some open-ended questions so you can understand where they're coming from. But hold them accountable. And remember, when communication and things start to break down, what do? We go back to the source and the foundation, which is this is what we said we would do. This is how we said we would operate. These are the things that you see on this page right here. These are the things that you said you would do. These are the things that I said I would do. You see that signature, right? That's your signature. We had it notarized. This is a legally binding document. You also have to have in that same contract out clauses, breach terms, termination terms, because sometimes you have to know how to get a person out of that business. Okay. And it cannot be, oh, I just really trust this person. I don't give a good gosh damn. Trust is for once we've got the paperwork together. Trust is not in lieu of paperwork, right? So you got to get to their root cause and see if this is something that can be fixed. Because if they keep doing it, if it's a one-time thing, you can probably fix it. But if they've shown you time and time again who they are. Why are you not believing them?
Mm.
That's when you go back to that foundation and say, look, if you're not fully invested, then we're going to run clause 11B, and that's going to be the out clause.
Mm.
It might mean you have to buy them out. It might mean that they lose their interest because they've not held up their terms in the contract. I don't know. You have
Y'all,
to look at what that means.
also, don't make this more complicated than it needs to be. In our house, we have several businesses, and they are distinctly individually owned by me or him. We are just signature card holders on accounts. We don't make decisions on each other's businesses because it's our business. Like, for instance, my bookkeeping 101 is my business. If I need some help or if I have a question, I'll go downstairs to his office and ask him. Where his business is concerned, I take care of the doggone the payroll and make sure that the my virtual assistant bookkeeper gets all of the bank statements and all of the things. There's no crisscrossing of nothing because we are the sole owners of our businesses. We just have each other on as signature card holders. So there's nothing that needs to be decided. It's what the fuck he said needs to be done. It's not going to a board. No.
We're
It's
not
a
doing the board thing.
person LLC.
Mm-hmm. Well, in some instances, you can't do that though, right? But what you can do is, so if you and I go into a business venture together, they're clearly, I don't believe in 50-50. Let me just be the first to say that.
Relationships are not 50-50.
So your partnership shouldn't be 50-50. One person should be clearly the more majority holder.
Absolutely.
But there should be things, legal terms and clauses and all that put into place so that the other person cannot be unjustly like removed or anything like that, right? Because you need to make it fair for both parties. But I do think that one person should be the owner. Now, if there's an instance where literally you guys sat here and made up this business equally together and you put in the same amount of money and all of that to where you guys are 50-50, then I do think that you have to make it a little more complex because you have to have these out clauses. You have to have terms, you have to have breach terms, termination, all of those things. Because again, when the communication and the work and all those things break down, you have to have some foundation to go back to. So you're going to want to talk to a lawyer, somebody who is in that space that can give you terms that are fair for both of you. That, but that also says, if you're not pulling your weight and it's a continued thing, and we've got this, and this, we've got the three key things, you will be out of this company.
See, all of that is for strangers. In this house.
Yeah, but what if you and Arif broke up? I mean, let's say you guys had, because I like the concept of you guys having separate business because then it's never an issue. But if you guys started one together and both of your names are on there, you guys get a divorce, God forbid, you have to know how to break up that company. Right? If there's major conflict, look, what I'm going to do is be prepared. Right? There's nothing wrong with having an agreement that states if something goes wrong. That's just called being prepared. You have a will in case you die. You know you're going to die sometime. Right? We have a will. We have insurance in case we get into a car accident. All of these are nothing more than contracts and legal terms, right? We have to have the same thing in our businesses. What is your exit strategy? What is my strategy if shit don't work and it blows up between me and this partner? Because things aren't always going to be great, but you have to celebrate those milestones. You have to set your boundaries and expectations, set those roles and responsibilities, Set your foundation so that because we don't want it to go wrong, but we know there's a chance it could. And if we cannot communicate effectively to resolve the problem, and there does need to be a split, I need a way to make that happen. But other than that, we're pushing forward, like Sharonda said, we're pulling in the same direction or pushing in the same direction because we ultimately want the same thing at the end of the day. And that means we might need to meet once a week, every other week, whatever, to make sure that we're on the same page. Because there might come a day that Sharonda don't want to do this anymore. Then I got to go to her house. I got to find her. I got to threaten her, be like, you're not leaving. Like,
See, she don't want those kind of problems, y'all. I assure you, she
Either
doesn't.
one of us want them problems because she probably a sharpshooter. I'm sure both of them are. I'm not. Okay. I could I've been to the range. I could shoot. I got that. Okay. But I may not be.
Does your weapon make that sound?
That's just my water gun. Because we're on live. I can't be, you just gotta go with you gotta go with that for now. So I'm just gonna shoot you with a water gun. That's it. That's it. Right? So it's 11:07.
Man, where's the time going?
No, that's how it always happens with us. I don't know why it does this to us, but I want to thank y'all for being here with us. Do you have any final words for the people, Sharonda, and how they can, like, what if you had one tip to leave people with about, let's make yours about being in business with your husband. Tip, one final word or tip for the people, and then tell them how they can find you.
Keep God first in all things. With yourself, with your family, doing things in order. God, yourself, your spouse, your children, and everybody else in that order. If you are ever out of order, you'll quickly see and notice in your life that shit ain't quite as gravy as it used to be because you're out of order. Look at yourself first and then act accordingly. You can find me at bookkeepingforlife.com. Have a good day.
And to me, as we close out, I just want to leave you guys with this thought. Your partnership is a sacred bond. It is a promise to show up for one another, to show up for the vision that you guys are building together, to cherish it, nurture it, and to never take it for granted.
Absolutely.
Right? But it's also for you to remember you're not on the journey alone. You have that partner, and you also have us, your Wake Up Happy Sis family, right? And you can find out more about us at just going over to wakeuphappysis.com. Get on the mailing list because I do have some fabulous things coming. If you like the kind of topics that we talk about, if you want to know more about, hey, how can I work through some things that I'm working through? Because Sharonda and I have some things cooking. We have some new things cooking for y'all. Like, y'all need to know.
Pots up here, y'all.
Stirring up that gumbo, that good gumbo. So I want y'all, you know what I'm going to say, because I say it every time. Have the day you're supposed to have, because you get to control how you respond to everything that comes at you. Somebody sent me a message today that said, let me look. Oh, bye y'all on TikTok, because I got to go look on my messages. I got to look on my messages. I don't know how to get out of it, though. There we go. They told me, be phenomenal today.
Girl, I just found Maya Angelou's performance of Phenomenal Woman.
Yes. Maybe I'll put that up. I'm probably going to I'll put that up because I want you to be phenomenal today, if nothing else.
Hey, Tanya, keep doing what you're doing. I
Yes.
feel you. I see you. I hear you. You doing the doggone thing. I can even feel her. Can you feel how her energy is different? We haven't heard her voice in quite a moment.
But her whole energy and
yes, it's different.
For those of you that aren't aware, when Tanya came to us, she was in a real place of hurt and pain. Okay. We had a whole show that was supposed to be about a different topic, but it became a session of 4 or 5 different women feeding
Pouring into
her. We were feeding and pouring all our love and happiness and love and light into her. And just to see through her comments and stuff how she is starting to blossom is a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. And you know,
that's for her. Woo-wee, Tanya. I feel it. I got goosebumps.
It'd be between the two of y'all about to start crying because I know that's what y'all do.
I ain't crying. You crying. I ain't crying.
Now that might be your eyes watering and you think you see tears on my side because they on your side, but it's okay.
Tanya might be crying. She crying. We're gonna say it's time.
We're gonna say it's time. We're gonna say it's time. So with that, we're out. Thursday. What are we talking about on Thursday? Thursday. I don't know what we're talking about on Thursday. I'm not gonna tell y'all. Okay, fine. I'll tell you. Thursday, we are talking about summertime vibes, thriving in your personal and professional life. Because we've been giving you this season a lot of professional development and personal development, helping you find your work-life harmony. Not balance, harmony, because that's what we want for you to have. We can't focus on one without focusing on the other because we giving you whole person support here, babies. So we'll see you on Thursday. We've got a couple of guests, Nicole Vick and Tarina Taylor, who are joining us. Rhonda's going to be out, but we're going to miss her. Maybe you'll see her in the comments, but you won't see her beautiful face, but she'll be back.
Yes, I'll be back.
And with that, see y'all later.
Yeah, I told you was crying. She crying tears of joy.
She should, as she should.
She's been doing the work.
We love you, Tanya. You're doing the work, and it shows. And we're always going to be here to support you. With that, we're out. See you later.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Wake Up Happy Sis on KCCR The Ground.